Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 12 of season 2 of Zach's Art-Ful podcast. I'm your host, Zach Cobb. Hope you guys are doing well today, and oh my gosh, I'm super excited for this one. Today we have A Band Called Dreamland here, so kick back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing wonderful. I have with me some amazing special guests. So why don't y'all introduce yourselves?
I'm Aiden Weaver.
My name is Brady Bear.
I'm Cooper Bear.
And you are?
A Band Called Dreamland.
Yes, the big band. So you guys were, the band was founded in 2021. So like, what was the initial idea behind this band?
Well, like, I'll let you guys talk a little bit about this too, but like, my first thought is there wasn't really an idea at first. It was kind of just Aiden and I like jamming, and then Cooper joined in, and then we had Morgan join the band originally, and it was just the four of us kind of jamming, and then we were like, you know what, my dad, our dad, has been in a band for I think around 15 years. They've played around like Springfield, Dayton area, and he kind of helped us get our start. He pushed us into doing our first gig, and then eventually after our first gig, we had a lot of fun like playing together, practicing, and we're like, we should make this a real band. So let's think
Heck
about
yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because I first met y'all at the 2 years ago at the Music Summit event, and I know you guys mentioned 21 Pilots as like one of your big influences. So I'm just curious, like, do any of you have like any specific favorite 21 Pilots albums, or like ones that you think like, oh, this one's like their peak?
Vessel is my favorite album, but all of them are great.
Yeah, I'm a normie. I was there when Blurryface was a thing, so
That's when I first became a fan, and then like when Blurryface came out is when I first became a fan, and like Tearing My Heart and Stressed Out were on the radio and they were hits.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But like, it's so hard to pick a favorite. Like Vessel, obviously, Blurryface, Trench, and Clancy. It's really good.
Yeah, Trench is my favorite. I love that one.
Trench is such a great like soundscape.
Yes.
Poor Scaled and Icy. It's like it's like the unwanted child. It's a good album. It's just, everyone hates on that one.
Oh no, I think that one's a little overhated. I don't think it was that bad.
No, yeah, we covered a few songs off of that, or a couple songs off of that album, like when we were starting. Like when that album came out was the same time that we were starting as a band.
Mm-hmm.
So it definitely had some influence on a little bit of our early sound and like stuff like that.
What would you say is like the hardest part of like coming up with a song?
Well, I think the hardest part really is like a lot of the songs that we end up going with and like playing live and stuff like that. We eventually have to come together as a band and figure out what parts everyone's gonna play. So like, we've spent hours and hours with the originals that we play live right now. Just all of us sitting in the band room, like individually focusing on little parts, kind of asking like, do you like this? Like, yeah, that's okay, but maybe try this, and kind of a lot of back and forth. So It can be challenging. Sometimes it can be frustrating. I know I've gotten on these guys' nerves plenty of times.
That's a part of the job.
Yeah.
That's just creation.
I love the creative process though. Like a lot of times it just starts with like an idea. Like we'll just be jamming, and we'll come up with something cool. We're like, oh, I like that, and then we like maybe do this here, like you were saying, and then it kind of all evolves into one sound. It's pretty cool.
All right.
I will say though, like one of the hardest parts for like creating a song, like when you go to record it, is like making a decision of like, this is the final decision.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna have this instrument in here, or we're gonna have it do this melody or whatever. It feels like the whole world is depending on like this decision, but really it's usually not that important.
Right.
But that part is difficult, making the final say.
That's just like a hard thing with any like music thing. It's just like you're so in the zone with something, and sometimes like small thing can snowball into something big, or like it could just like, oh wait, no, never mind.
Yeah, for sure.
It's been like 4 hours of working on the project, and then you realize, oh no. know?
It's like, I don't like that anymore.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of songs, I want to shout out your brand new song, Stupid Brain, which has added over to 121 playlists because I added to mine.
Nice.
So I love that song. So good. It took over about like 4 years to craft that song.
So this was the first song that we worked on together. This is the song that kind of spawned the band because
Yeah.
this was the first serious song that I'd ever liked that I started writing. I didn't have it finished or anything. It was in its early stages, and that's when I kind of reached out to Aiden. We played video games together, and we were all friends already. But it was COVID, and nobody was really hanging out with anyone. I asked him to come over, and he was like, "I'll bring my guitar," and I was like, "Yeah." So we started working on it. But yeah, I think that song kind of spawned from that COVID era where you have a lot of time inside, you have a lot of time to reflect and really think about, and I was going through a phase where I was really introspective about like how my brain works, how my thought process works.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how it got started, and then we brought it to everyone. I have some old clips, like old videos on my phone of just recording like different takes of it, and then like my dad, when Cooper, you would be at work or you'd have something going on, maybe basketball games. Yeah, in practice. Like my dad used to play the drums when he was like younger, and so he would like drum just to give me a beat to like kind of theorize with it, and then we would all come together. But yeah, that's kind of the basics.
It's been a long time. I'll say this. I didn't expect any of this to like unfold the way it has.
Yeah.
Like I thought I was just like asking a buddy to like go and jam, and then it may turn into something, it may not.
Yeah.
But here I am with two wonderful people, and now we have a great song.
Yes.
And an even greater career ahead of us.
Like, was music like initially the goal that you guys wanted to do, or like?
Well, before the band, I didn't really have a direction, and I wouldn't even say I still have a direction in my life, but the band is just something that I'm a part of, so it's just, and I enjoy it, so, if this turns into me, having this full time, then why wouldn't I?
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know, like originally before playing music, I mean, I was playing a lot of basketball. I thought I might play college basketball, but I decided just to not go to college altogether. And I started working at a bank, which now Brady works at too. So,
Hey.
Yeah. So I don't know. I love sports. That might have been something I would have went into if it weren't for music. But I don't know. Music takes priority for me now. Like it's been a complete 180, like my direction. So I love where we're at this point.
I'm pretty much in the same boat as him because like music was something that I know. Like Coop and I are brothers, and we've lived our whole lives together. And I know growing up, like music was always a part of our lives, but it was never like front and center. Like we both took lessons he took drum lessons for a few years when he was young. I took piano lessons for a few years. I did some talent shows here and there for fun. I did musical in high school, but it was never a plan to like. I ended up switching my degree in college from like neuroscience and like thinking about law school or something like that potentially to go in like music media and enterprise, learning music theory, learning entrepreneurship, that kind of stuff. So really just going all in on it. And before the band, it is not something I would have foreseen. Just made beats for fun on my laptop in high school.
Yeah.
But that's one thing about us is that like we're a bunch of nerds, and I think a lot of like artists who are like super serious about their art and like can get very emotional and vulnerable about this certain thing.
Oh yeah.
Then you like look at what they're like in real life, and we're just a bunch of dorks and nerds, but we love it. Like,
hey, being nerds is a cool thing now.
It's so fun.
I would say, do you know any like listening to any like local artists on the scene? Like which ones like particularly like stand out to you?
Like Columbus specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's this group that I liked that I remember when I listened to their album. I think it came out a year or two ago. They're called Crabs Without Legs, and I know they recorded, I think, in like Capitol's recording studio spaces, and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
their compositions, their instrumentation, the vocals, everything is really good. So definitely recommend them.
I'm a Cellar Dweller guy.
Yeah, I've heard of them. They're good stuff.
I like the Wonderlands. I don't know if they're specifically from Columbus.
I think they're
but
Middletown.
Didn't
but-
they move to?
I think. Oh yeah, they're in Nashville,
Nashville,
now.
yeah.
There's a lot of them. We've got a show coming up with the Wonderlands. We're gonna be playing. I think it's March 27th. It's a Thursday at the A&R Music Bar. So we're gonna be opening up for the Wonderlands and Cousin Simple. They're another great.
Yes.
Ooh, nice,
We've been dying to
nice.
play a show and meet them, and so that's gonna be super exciting. It's our first show at the A&R, so we're so excited for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy that we're
That's
playing there.
crazy.
Adam Paddock's another great local one. Mud, Living is Rare.
Yeah.
I know there's others, but I can't think of them. off the
There's
top of my head.
Dairy Family.
Yes,
Dairy
love Dairy
Family.
Love Dairy
Yes.
Family.
Yes.
Good one. Jason Rawls is another. He's a local.
He's a producer. and
Yeah,
DJ, right?
yeah. I had him as my college professor
At
of
OSU,
hip hop
right?
class. Oh, no, CCAD. He does
Oh.
part time there as well. But yeah, he's mainly known for OSU stuff. No,
Okay.
he's super dope.
That's super cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I listened to, he put out something, I don't know if he just produced it. He posted something on Instagram and he had a bunch of like different rappers on it.
Oh
Just
yeah,
recently.
yeah. That was a single he did with Talib Kweli and like a whole bunch
Yeah.
of like Jungle Brothers people on there.
It was sick.
It was
pretty
super
cool.
sick.
There was a lot of like diversity in rapping style, and I love hearing that. Like it's
Oh,
old
yeah.
school, like just.
But like
good.
it's bringing that fun sound back from that time period.
Oh, for sure.
I love that. Yeah. So like, what general advice would you give for someone that wants to make a band?
Do it. That's all I gotta say. Find people that you really, really love, and do it. Like they're it's hard. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, it's really easy, and but
Right.
just the fact that you get to come together and do what you like. That's the best reason to do it, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely find people you get along with.
Yes.
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 Not
That's
easy.
Yeah, it's never easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine would be just like, well, it depends on what you want out of it. Like,
True.
if it's a hobby and it's something you really enjoy, there's nothing wrong with that, and have fun. Like, play with people like you like to have fun with. If you really are serious, like this is what you want, like professionally, still very much do this with people you love and trust and have fun with. But you definitely have to like take on a business mindset, push yourself into situations that are going to be uncomfortable, constantly be learning, and then expect roadblocks here and there. Like expect to run into things that you don't know how to solve, and be a little bit stressed out, but but definitely still do it. Like if you're passionate about it, it's something you truly love, like just be prepared to work hard. Like we've run into so many roadblocks, like
Yeah.
creatively, monetarily, like financially, it just like, and being able to spend time on it when like you're working a job or going to school.
Yeah.
It's hard work. So
Oh yeah.
definitely like commit, and do it like Aiden said. I think do it with people that you love and trust. So
Love that. Thank you so much, guys, for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. I loved hearing your story, and I loved watching you guys perform that 2 years ago. Man, I feel so old. It doesn't feel like that long ago.
Yeah.
It's like I loved seeing you guys perform, just being just yourselves and getting to show the world your talents. And I can't wait to see where you guys go from here. So thank you so much for joining me.
Thank
yeah,
you.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. So where can people find y'all?
Yeah, you can find us on social media at A Band Called Dreamland. We've got Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, all that good stuff. And then you can keep up with our shows. keep an eye on those. You can find us on Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, all the streaming services.
All the streaming stuff.
Yeah, bandcalleddreamland.com. So yeah, check us out. Come see a show. Again, our big one coming up is the A&R Music Bar on March 27th. So come see us then. I think doors are at 7. So
Awesome. And I have a little segment on my show that I usually do when I ask a guest, like, what's your song of the day?
Song of the day. There's a jazz group that I really like. They're called Sun Ra and his orchestra.
yeah, me too.
He has like over 100 albums of just jazz. He's got like some crazy catalog, but one of them I'm thinking of right now is called Tapestry of an Asteroid. I would recommend that one.
Okay.
I'm doing an easy one that played in the car on the way here, but maybe not a lot of people have heard about it. It's called "Keep Your Head Up" by Joe. Still Cooper.
Beats is a punch.
Yeah, Joe. It's spelled like DJO. Keep Your Head Up. That one's always a banger. Yeah.
Okay.
It's great.
I'm gonna go with "Okay" by Half Alive.
Ooh.
So that's a great song. Very, very, very good one.
Yeah, I listened to that yesterday.
Yeah.
That's also always a banger.
Nice. Thank you again to the wonderful A Band Called Dreamland for coming on this show. I will have all their socials put in the description where you can support them. And if you like this show, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It'll help so much. And if you're listening to the show on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please give the show 5 stars and help boost us in the old algorithm, then promote it to worldwide. If you like hearing my voice, you can listen to me on my other podcast, Panel Zone with Ari, where we talk about all things comics. If you're interested in that, make sure you stay tuned for another awesome batch of episodes coming soon. This has been Zach's Art-Ful Podcast. I'm your host, Zach Cobb. Have a wonderful day.